Hi, this is Melissa, the insurance exam queen, and this is going to be a brief overview of homeowners coverages for your insurance exam. Each of these coverages, you will want to go more in depth to fully understand them, but will be a brief overview of all the different coverages that you'll see on your homeowners. So the coverages are actually split into Section 1 and Section 2. And Section 1 is all the coverages that are about property. So it's me and my stuff, my house, my belongings, my shed, my garage. Section 1 is property. Section 2 is known as liability, and that's for other people, other people's stuff, other people's bodies. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the coverages. So coverage A is known as dwelling, and this is the main coverage on a homeowner's policy. And coverage B and C and D will actually be based off of A. And what I mean by that is coverage A is the dwelling, which covers the walls and the roof of the house. And when you call your insurance company to set up a homeowners, they're going to ask you the details about the house. What kind of roof does it have? What kind of bedrooms does it have? What kind of flooring does it have? And that will tell the insurance company, they're going to take that information, they're going to plug it into a calculator that will determine how much money the insurance company would need to rebuild that wall, those walls and that roof based on the features of your home. So if you have an older home, smaller home, your coverage A is going to be low. You have a newer home, bigger home, granite countertops, all this stuff, your coverage A is going to be higher. So coverage A is based on how much money the insurance company would need to rebuild that home. And coverage A specifically is focused on the walls and the roof of the house. Now, coverage B is known as other structures, and I like to say B for backyard because it's all the stuff it's all the buildings in the backyard. This would be like the shed, a detached garage, a gazebo. Now, it doesn't technically have to be in the backyard, it could be in the front yard, but it's just a memory trick. Coverage B for backyard, it's all the buildings in the back that are not attached to the house. If you have a garage that's built into the house, that would be coverage A. Coverage B is detached, not attached to the main living structure at all. Coverage B automatically comes at a value of 10% of A. So whatever they've estimated coverage A as to rebuild your house, let's say they estimate $100,000, coverage B will automatically be at 10% for any of the other structures. Coverage C is known as contents or personal property. Honestly, I've seen it listed both ways all the time. Coverage C, contents, personal property, contents, whatever. This is going to cover all of your stuff, your clothes, your shoes, your furniture, your pots, your pans, anything that you would put in a U-Haul and move with you if you were to go to another house would be coverage C. And then you can see here, I've drawn A in purple, and that's representing the walls and the roof. Coverage B is in that teal color, which is the shed. And then coverage C is the stuff inside. So it's personal property, all your stuff inside. Now, D, E, and F don't really have a corresponding color because you can't really draw them out. But coverage D is known as loss of use. So this is a type of coverage that will kick in if the house burns down, for instance, and you no longer can live in it. So if the house burns down and you can't live there, you're going to need to go to a hotel. Coverage D is going to help pay for that hotel so that you can have a place to stay. Part of loss of use also includes fair rental value. So if you're renting a bedroom, or maybe you own a duplex and you're living in one side and you have tenants in the other side, that can be covered on a homeowner's policy. And loss of use will also cover the missed rent. So if your tenants have to move out due to a fire, then you can get your money for the missed rent. And again, there's a little bit more to explain there, but this is a brief overview. So definitely check out each individual video for all the coverages. Now, coverage F is Section 2 now. So where Section 1, A, B, C, and D were covering me and my stuff, if my house burned down, if my shed burned down, if my belongings burned down, and I need to go stay at a hotel, that's all about me and my stuff. So Section 1 is known as property. Section 2 is known as liability, and this is about other people, other people's stuff, other people's bodies. That is Section 2. So the first coverage in Section 2 is known as coverage E, and it's E for liability. Coverage E, liability. And this is if the homeowner is at fault for hurting another person or damaging another person's property. Like if your dog were to bite somebody, coverage E is what could pay out for that. coverage, and it's very important, at fault. Liability E, coverage E. Coverage F is known as med pay. And this is where you're not at fault. You're not at fault for hurting somebody because they hurt near your house, and as a good neighbor, you give them some money on your homeowner so they can go to the chiropractor or whatever. I like to say that coverage E is for my enemies. This is people who would sue you. F is for friends. They're not going to sue you, but they need some money to go to the doctor. And coverage E, liability, will also be covering at a minimum $100,000. So it's a very high coverage. Coverage F is like $3,000, $5,000. It's not a lot of coverage. And that's a big difference between these two as well. So again, this is a very, very brief overview of the different coverages on the homeowner's policy. There will be more videos uploaded going specifically into each of the different coverages and what you really need to know for the exam. So make sure that you check those out. They are being uploaded as we speak. If you're watching this a week from now, you'll definitely see all of them. If you're watching this from a few minutes from now, you might not see them all, but they will get uploaded. If you need any additional resources or study cards, you can reach me out on Facebook at Insurance Exam Queen. You can also email me and drop any comments in the section below. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Like and subscribe on this channel to support me, supporting you, passing your exam, and have a wonderful day.